Welcome back to Board Game Breakdown. I'm Christopher Solomon. In this burst video, we'll be diving into the hidden movement game, Mind Management. If you'd prefer a longer video where I get into the details of setup and even play a few rounds, use this link here. If not, let's put 3 minutes on the timer and get started. Mind Management is a hidden movement deduction game for 1 to 4 players. On one side, you have a single player acting as the recruiter, attempting to find new recruits on the map and keeping his or her location secret. On the other side, 1 to 3 players work cooperatively as the rogue agents, a collection of men and women imbued with psychic abilities trying to bring down mind management. You can even play solo using an app that acts as the recruiter. Let's take a quick look at the setup of the game. The setup needs to be completed in a certain order to ensure that no classified information is revealed to the rogue agents before the game begins. Thankfully, the rulebook gives players a detailed play-by-play list of exactly what order setup needs to be in. Though there are quite a few steps, none of them are complicated, and the list gives you exactly what you need. For time's sake, I won't go into details on every step, but the gist of the setup is that the recruiter first marks on their individual map which square they like to start on. Then they draw 3 feature cards that each show a feature from the game board. On the recruiter's map, they use a dry erase marker to circle all features that coincide with the cards drawn. They are then allowed to make 4 more step movements across the map, as well as place out 4 immortal characters that will aid them in their recruiting. Lastly, the rogue agents now get to place their 4 character tokens around the board. The game also features many other little game changers, such as allies to be activated and mayhem tokens that act as psychic walls that players can't move through. So what's with all the circles that the recruiter drew? These circles mark where the recruiter can find new recruits. On the recruiter's turn, they are allowed to move 1 time, marking it accordingly on their map, with the goal of either collecting 12 recruits or keeping themselves hidden till the 10th round. They can also move 1 immortal on a turn, which can help recruit as well as limit the rogue agent's options on their turn. Every other turn, the recruit must let the rogue agents know how many recruits he or she picked up on the previous 2 turns. For the rogue agent's part, players move a single agent at a time around the map, as well as take 1 action. These actions give the player a variety of ways to glean information from the recruiter, such as asking them if they visited a certain feature. There are footprint tokens called step tokens, as well as note tokens that players can use to help map out where the recruit is moving around on the board. 2 rogue agents are moved on a turn, and then it's back to the recruiter's turn. Before the recruiter gets the 12th recruit or reaches the 10th round, the rogue agent needs to be able to land on the grid where they believe the recruiter to be and capture him or her. Everything about mind management just works, from the immersive theme ripped directly from the pages of a graphic novel to the tense gameplay. On top of all this, they added the shift system, a system of 14 boxes that the losing side can open and put into play for future rounds in order to turn the tables on their opponent. I won't go into detail as to not to spoil anything, but opening the shift boxes after a completed game is one of the most fun events I've had in board gaming in a while. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and check out our website at boardgamebreakdown.com.